Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So today is BookList Thursday, and BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. So today is February 2nd. It's 2/2. It's also my daughter's 12th birthday. I don't know how that happened. But because it is February 2nd and we've got this 2 thing going on, we are going to talk about books with 2-word titles, because that's where we're going. So I decided to pick some books that have been on my shelves for a while that I don't think I've really talked about all that much lately, and share with you my 2-word title books. So I have 5 of them. Actually, there's a whole lot of them, but here we go. First one I want to talk about is Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. I know I picked this up when I went to BookCon like forever ago. It said, let's see, nothing says, and it's young adult fantasy. So nothing says happy birthday like summoning the spirits of your dead relatives. And that's what kind of caught my attention right away, which I might forego my breakup with YA to pick this one up because I am intrigued. I'm intrigued. So Alex is one of the most powerful witches in a generation, and she hates magic. At her Death Day celebration, Alex performs a spell to rid herself of her power, but it backfires, because of course it's going to backfire, and her whole family vanishes into thin air, leaving her alone with Nova, which is a boy she can't trust, a boy whose intentions are as dark as the strange markings on his skin. The only way to get her family back is to travel with him to Los Lagos, a land in between, as dark as Limbo and as strange as Wonderland. So definitely has me intrigued, and this cover, love it. Next one I have is actually an ARC I got a while ago. It's Cinder Nanny by Sarah Wilson, which I have been wanting to pick up a Sarah Wilson book, so why not the one that's on my shelf? So we have, let's see, our main character Diana. Her sister's medical bills are mounting, and she just can't say no to a high-paying opportunity like this. She is to accompany a wealthy family to Aspen and nanny their precious 5-year-old son for 3 months. Sounds doable. Necessary qualifications: she must know how to ski and teach math, speak fluent French, excel at social graces, and hold a master's degree in childhood development. Who will be the wiser that Diana's only skill is packing for Colorado? So far, so good. Having a con woman for a mother has turned out to be a benefit, even if Diana has complicated feelings about telling lies. But she's doing this for her sister, and the perks, like a ticket to a lavish charity fundraiser, a new gown, and a Prince Charming adjacent earl named Griffin, are pretty irresistible. Diana can't deny the Cinderella vibe going on. Wary of gold diggers and scandals, England's most eligible bachelor is nevertheless falling for a Diana and sweeping the not quite princess off her feet. The warmer the relationship becomes, the slipperier the slopes are for Diana. Hello, it's gonna be. Sooner or later, she'll have to come clean. When that happens, does it, honest to goodness, happy ending even stand a chance? I hope not, because it probably will. Next book I have is Life After. Someone has to be by me all day today. This one is by Kate Ganshert. So the tagline on the back is "It could have been me," which of course has me intrigued. It could have been me. Well, like what? So snow whirls around an elevated train platform in Chicago. A distracted woman boards the train, takes her seat, and moments later, a fiery explosion rips through the frigid air, tearing the car apart in a horrific attack on the city's transit system. 1 life is spared and 22 are lost. A year later, survivor Autumn can't remember the day of the bombing, and she is tormented by grief and by guilt. 12 months of the question constantly echoing why. Searching ranchers, she haunts the lives of the victims, unable to rest. Paul has lost his wife in the train bombing and wants to let the dead remain buried, undisturbed, unable to cause more pain for his loved ones. He wants normalcy for his 12-year-old daughter and young son, to see them move beyond the heartbreak. But when the Elliots and Autumn are unexpectedly forced together, he fears she'll bring more wreckage in her wake. And so there's that one. The next one I have is Dark Tide by Elizabeth Haynes. I can't remember. I think I might have picked this up at the library. I'm not sure. So we have Genevieve. She has finally escaped the stressful demands of her sales job and achieved her dream. She wanted to leave London and live on a houseboat in Kent. Not many people know that she financed this dream by working weekends as a dancer in a not so great gentlemen's club. It was called the Barclay, and she's determined to keep it that way. But on the night of her housewarming party, the past intrudes when a body washes up beside the boat she just got, and Genevieve recognizes the victim, a fellow dancer from that club. As the sanctuary of the marina is threatened and Genevieve's life seems increasingly at risk, the story of how she came to be so out of her depth unfolds, and she discovers the hard way the real cost of mixing business with pleasure. Sounds good, but my font snobbery, it's a little too small for me, but still sounds intriguing. And then the last one I have, cannot believe I haven't picked this up. Chevy Stevens is an automatic author for me, and I haven't read this yet, and this is Dark Roads. Just dropping books all over the place. All right. Cold Creek Highway stretches for 500 miles through rugged wilderness. For decades, young women traveling the road have gone missing. Motorists and hitchhikers, those passing through or living in one of the small towns scattered along the region, have fallen prey time and time again. And no killer or abductor has stalked the highway has ever been brought to justice. Haley McBride calls Cold Creek home. Her father taught her to respect nature, how to live and survive off the land, and never travel that highway alone. Now he's gone, leaving her a teenage orphan in the care of her aunt, whose police officer husband uses his badge as a means to bully and control Haley. Oh, that sucks. Overwhelmed by grief and forbidden to work, socialize, or date, she vanishes into the mountainous terrain, hoping everyone will believe she's just left town. Rumors spread that she was taken by the highway killer who has claimed another victim over the summer. A year later, Beth Chevalier arrives in Cold Creek where her sister Amber lived and where she was murdered. Her sister, not Beth, obviously. Estranged from her parents and seeking closure, Beth takes a waitressing job at a local diner just as Amber did, desperate to understand what happened to her and why. But Beth's search for answers puts a target on her back and threatens to reveal the truth behind Haley's disappearance. Chevy Stevens can take me on a wild ride, and I'm here for it. So, anyways, those are my 5 books with 2-word titles. There's a lot more. Even as I'm like glancing at my shelf, there's so much. There's The Damage, Black Cake, Bloomsbury Girls, Small Angels. Now I just can't help but see 2-word titles. Anyways, head over to Sarah's channel and see what books she picked for 2-word titles today. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.